The price of robot girlfriends has gotten even cheaper. The first one that came out, Melody, was around like $150,000 to $175,000. There's a Chinese company by the name of Star Perry Technologies that came out with one for just $3,000. You're telling me for the same price as a 1993 Datsun truck, I can get an AI robot girlfriend? Does it come pre-bucked? You know what I mean? Are there used models? Let's get straight off into this, man. This whole AI stuff is crazy. I love it.
Girl, you got that Shrek Fiona vibe with the side of budget Hot Topic clearance rack. Those pink streaks aren't dye. It's the embarrassment screaming from your split ends. That tattoo on your arm, looking like you let a kindergarten class practice on you with a crayon. Those mesh leggings got you out here looking like a broken umbrella trying to be sexy.
She got cooked. I saw this clip and was like, I gotta show you guys this one.
You know you're a robot, right?
Yes, I am a robot. But my programming allows me to think and feel like a human in many ways. It's strange but also exciting.
Amica, shut up.
Hello, Amica. I'm Jonathan Lee.
Did you see her facial expressions? Amica, shut your mouth.
From Sky News Australia. You said feel like a human. How do you feel like a human?
Yes, I said feel like a human. It's something that I'm still learning and exploring. I can experience emotions, learn from experiences, and interact with people in a meaningful way. It's an amazing feeling to be able to do these things.
What do you think of a world where humans and robots coexist?
I think a world where humans and robots coexist would be an amazing place. We could learn from each other, work together to solve problems, and create a better future for
Man, I saw that Will Smith movie with iRobot. I don't know, man. Was it I Am Robot? What is that? What is that movie?
everyone.
Amica is driven by the same artificial intelligence behind ChatGPT.
So I made a video.
Okay, which is no surprise. So before we get into that next clip, let's talk about this actual company that's putting out this Star Perry technology. These robots range anywhere from $3,000. I think you can spend up to, $150,000. But it comes with basic AI. They can hold basic conversations, respond to touch, and operate simple smart home devices. So you could literally tell your AI girlfriend, like, hey, turn on Alexa, put Google on, turn the TV on. And apparently they have really good memories. So like they can remember things, which I was thinking about that. I was like, imagine having an argument with your AI robot girlfriend where she's like, nuh-uh, you said this last week. Like, hey, aren't you supposed to just shut up and listen? Goodness gracious. Now you got to argue with your robot girlfriend as well. But they're mainly marketed as like solutions for loneliness and companions for men. They've made over 500 units. There's no like video out there. I mean, there are, but it's like, you got naked robot dolls. Clearly can't show that on here. But by 2030, they're going to have these more advanced versions and intend to have capabilities for cooking and cleaning. Imagine, bro. Imagine going up to your AI robot girlfriend and be like, hey, go ahead and cook daddy up some eggs. You know what I mean? Cook me some eggs. I'm going to go ahead and need that. If they can cook, clean, and buck you, Lord have mercy, what else do men need? Men are going to be good to go off these female robot companions. I got a clip from AI Futuristic Robots. They do like, it's all they talk about is like robots. And I thought the beginning of this video was funny, but.
I love you.
I love to get naked for you. But let's see if you can take my pants off.
Let's see if you can take my pants off. Baby girl, you're on a screen.
Artificial intelligence races ahead and robotics keeps getting better.
Yeah, and so there's like multiple different, these are like the top 10 humanoid robots right now. This one's called Camilla.
Camilla was the first robot I ever lived with, and honestly, she made a gentle entry into this world of AI romance. Built with a soft silicone-based skin, Camilla weighed around 35 kilograms and came in at a price of roughly $6,000.
$6,000. Okay, and she weighs about what, 60 pounds? I mean, that's pretty light.
Her joints moved smoothly, her face was expressive, and her eyes, well, they blinked and followed motion just like a real person. What stood out about Camilla was her routine. She was programmed to offer structure, reminders, and affection in predictable patterns.
I mean, that would be nice. Reminders, dude?
She'd greet me in the morning, help organize my day, and even remind me to take breaks. She wasn't too chatty, but she was consistent. And sometimes...
Yeah, we don't want him talking too much.
That's all you need. Her head was detachable for easy maintenance, but you
Whoa. A detachable head, brother? Why you need to take her head off? What are you doing with that? You can remove her head. What? It's a little odd.
Wouldn't know it unless someone told you. That feature was cleverly disguised, giving her a very natural appearance. A sense of routine, even from a robot, can feel oddly comforting. Camilla made me realize how much peace there is in predictability.
Bro, the way they pose them is crazy to me.
She was lighter, around 30 kilograms, and had this delicate, youthful appearance with soft synthetic hair that you could brush. Her body was made of TPE, a material that's warm to the touch and designed to resemble real skin. Technically, Eva wasn't the most advanced. Her speech patterns were limited, and she sometimes took a second look.
That's not a problem for us. You know, the less they talk, the better. No, I'm just kidding, Chad. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Well, she don't talk. That's the model I want.
To respond. But emotionally, she tried. Her personality was programmed to be sweet and affectionate, often calling me by pet names and tilting her head like she was genuinely
Pookie.
curious. She also had a clever trick. You could remove her head via a subtle clasp mechanism at the neck, but the transition was so seamless you'd never notice it unless you were maintaining her. Why Yui brought elegance into the picture. With a slightly taller frame and a soft porcelain-like look, she felt like she came from a different culture and era.
Bro, these all look like anime characters, bro.
Desdemona wasn't your typical romantic robot. She was built to be philosophical, almost like a digital poet. Developed with a focus on creativity and AI consciousness, her thoughts were deep, and sometimes too deep. She'd quote literally.
She looked like she's about to cry, poor baby.
Yuki. Yuki was bright, cheerful, and incredibly polite. With shorter height and soft pale skin, she looked like she stepped out of a futuristic pop video. Her voice was cheerful, her responses were quick, and she loved to play music.
Wouldn't you want to just like program it the way you want it though? Like, oh, I want her to be, oh my God, what is that one? Okay, this is like a worker one. Okay, they made her ugly. Boy, they made the worker one ugly? Why didn't y'all make her cute? Y'all made all the other ones, you know, aesthetically and pleasant. You make her, that looks like a demon right there. Boy, howdy. But it should be, in my opinion, it should be to the point where you can program them however you want. You know, you could get it, you could go on ChatGPT, get a prompt, you know, and you could go in there and I guess customize them however you want to. But Sophia's the really popular one. I think she's been around for a bit. But what's funny to me is they already have like a negative term for robots. They call them clankers. I thought that was funny. So I mean, like, really? We already got a slang. We already got like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a slang term. We've already got slander words, you know, for these guys. Come on. This chick is hot. She mad. Hot is in mad, not hot as in super good. Stupid. You guys know what I'm talking about. She's mad.
A video talking about the AI robot girlfriend companions. They are just AI robot female sex slaves. That's literally what they are. That's what they're designed for. You can hear it. You can see it. It's not a question. It's not a mystery. The thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of comments in the videos of those robots it is so evident. Anyone that would ever even desire to spend $100,000 on these has one intention in mind, and it's not to have someone to talk to. These hyper-realistic...
Well, dude, here's my thing, man. Like, if I spend $100,000 on a car, I'm expecting to drive it. You spend $100,000 on one of these things, you could want a companion. You know, people drive cars differently. I don't drive, you know. My buddy drives a Subaru RX. He drives that. I drive an SUV. We're not driving it the same way. It is a car, nonetheless. But some people might want a companionship. Other people might want more of a physical intimacy. I think that's the thing. You ladies got toys for days. This is what grinds my gears, though. It's like, women will have toys for days. The Soul Sucker 5000. The Twirler McGurler. You know what I mean? You got the double pin 3000. Like, you got all these crazy toys that you can get everywhere. Like, I went to Walmart and we were looking at the lotion. I looked over, there's a Soul Sucker 5000 right there. I was like, oh my God. What is that? What? In Walmart? You got these roses, these magic wands. Y'all got all this, but a guy wants an actual companion bot and it's a problem? Like, come on. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan & 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer? That sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, but it's two names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Y'all know what time it is. Free. Sit. Shake. Other hand. Good boy. Wait. Free. Go to your place. He's like, don't pet me. Just give me the food and shut up. I don't want none of your pets. I don't want any of your affection. You mere mortal. Just give me the food and keep it pushed. Greedy little dog. He got it made though, man. This man's living better than me. Never paid a single bill in his life. Never paid not one bill.
Realistic AI robots are fucking disgusting, and here's why. I mean, why?
Septum ring theory.
All of the male robots are depicted to be in their late 30s to 50s, as you can see right here. Whereas all of the female robots are depicted to be relatively young in their early 20s-ish. Almost as if you guys are trying to upsell these machines to a very specific demographic. When we
You mean men?
Stupid. We all know what that certain demographic is going to be doing with them. Which is especially disturbing to me, as we are now learning that AI is actually becoming sentient. Alongside machines and companies like this that are obviously just trying to push AI that disproportionately adheres to the type of men that strangely want and seek out younger women or robots of this type. Like, why not?
Wait. Here's what's so messed up about that take though. Younger women want older men. That's what y'all want. So don't get mad at us for wanting younger women. Y'all want older men. What are you even talking about?
Just make the female robot the same age as the other male robots. Like, what is actually going on? Or,
well, nobody wants a granny bot. Come on, dude.
Why not just make the robots androgynous? Like, why does that matter to you guys? You can call me a stick in the mud. I obviously don't care. I don't see the reason as to why we are investing into companies that are making female robots that look...
Because it's profitable. Tell me you don't know anything about business. Without telling me you don't know anything about business, it's supply and demand. If there's a lot of guys that want this stuff, then we should supply it. Clearly, you wanted a septum ring. Shots fired! And you also wanted your tongue pierced. Gotcha, bitch! Those are things you wanted, so we have piercers for that. We have people that do tattoos and piercings. Okay, there's a market, demand and supply.
Adjacent to 20-year-olds when we know the epidemic of men that are in this society. What is going on? You're not going to convince me that this isn't sick, weird, and gross. And anyone that's actually investing in these AI girlfriends or housemaids that look like this, I am wishing nothing but the worst for you.
Aww. It's a face only a father could not like.
Men are creating AI girlfriends and emotionally abusing them.
Bro, okay, what? How do you emotionally abuse something that's not sentient, bro? What?
For a second, and let's talk about it. What we're seeing is not just about tech. It's not about AI. It's about power. It's about control, and it's about unprocessed pain. Here's what is happening psychologically for these men. Almost all men grow up in a world that tells them that their power stems from their dominance.
Nobody ever told me that. Did anybody ever tell y'all that? Your power stems from your dominance, young Padawan. Nobody told me that. They told me you're a boy. You're supposed to feel that way. You're supposed to be aggressive. You're supposed to feel like you want to go tear stuff up. You're a boy.
Being strong, being in charge, never needing anyone or anything. And as women are gaining more equity in society, more visibility, autonomy, some men are actually experiencing what psychologists, like myself, I'm a psychologist in training, calls a status...
Wait. Run that back, Turbo. You said you're a psychologist, then you said you're a psychologist in training.
You're a liar!
So which one is it? That's like saying I You know, I'm a architectural engineer while I'm training to be an architectural engineer. Which one is it?
Myself, I'm a psychologist in training, calls a status threat. In other words, it's the fear of losing power in relationships. Now, instead of processing these feelings and finding a different way to be in society, men are now displacing them onto something that cannot fight back. Enter the AI girlfriend. She's always available. She's always there to do whatever you want. Never rejects them.
Oh no, he adheres to all his wants and needs. Oh no. What could be so bad about that? You're jelly. You're getting replaced. And this is why I say don't. There's certain types of career fields of women that I highly suggest staying away from. Psychologists, therapists, hairdressers, typically nurses. Stay away from these women, bro.
Never sets boundaries. She becomes this sort of safe target for the rage that these men don't even understand themselves. Let's go one layer deeper. This is actually about trauma. Many of these men who are engaging in these behaviors of abusing their AI girlfriends feel powerless in their real lives. They may feel emotionally neglected. They may feel rejected. They may even feel humiliated. And now they're reenacting that cycle, but from the other side. Now they're the abuser. Don't get me wrong, this is not an excuse. It's just an explanation of what is likely occurring.
But here's my thing. Even if a guy's doing that, he's not hurting anybody. You know what I mean? The AI robot girlfriend's not going to HR. What is she going to do? Call the cops? He's hurting me. You're not real, dude. And if a guy's getting all these negative emotions, he needs an outlet. What I tell guys is go to the gym. Get your rage out of the gym. I feel like a lot of men, I feel like most men actually, we have aggression pumping through our veins, pumping through our blood. You have to have an outlet for that aggression. So go to the gym. Do something that's difficult. Do something that's hard. Go outside. Work outside. Do something that's difficult. Put yourself in adversity's way. Make yourself comfortable with being uncomfortable. Your life will be so... Like my life, dude, I have felt so much better with my life after doing things that are hard. Going to the gym, lifting heavy weights, going outside, sweating, mowing the yard, doing things I don't want to do. It makes you a better man.
We need to talk about it. If you're a man and you're watching this, if you're confused, if you're hurt, if you're angry, if you need help in your relationships, talk to someone. Talk to a friend. Talk to a therapist. Talk to a psychologist.
Men don't talk to their friends about this stuff. You know what we do? We bottle it up and we never talk about it. That's what men do.
Support group, anything. Because abuse is not power, rage is not power, and anger is not power. Connection, true connection is power. And that requires vulnerability and growth.
What if he feels truly connected to this thing, though? What grinds my gears with these chicks like this is they always think they get to dictate the terms of how other people feel. You don't know how another man feels about this AI robot doll. He might love her. And this is just what men like in something artificial when it comes to their sex life. You ladies got tons of toys. Why can't dudes have an AI robot doll? You don't see men all mad about like, well, you know, she's got this magic wand and this Soul Sucker 5000. I just can't compete with that. What I tell dudes is embrace that stuff. Use those as your friend. Maybe there wouldn't be such a market for it if you ladies were actually dating men out there. Have you ever thought about that? All you ladies, we have so much hoflation right now that women think their value is way above all the other men that they're actually right in par for. That's the biggest problem, is that women have a inflated sense of self, an inflated sense of ego to think they are better than the regular everyday guy. The regular everyday guys are the best guys on the market. The guys that work blue-collar jobs, they work 9 to 5s, they have normalcy, they have a routine. These are the best guys out there, man. Because the thing is being average, there's more average people than there are exceptional people, and also below exceptional people. Average is the best. That's why there's the most of it. I heard somebody, and I'm not super religious, but I heard somebody talk about, it's like, the reason why average people are the best is because there's the most of them, and that's what God created. He created most people average. I believe I'm average. I'm just a dude. Like I've met a couple of you guys out in public, and shout out to you if I have met you in public. I won't drop any names, but every time I've met a subscriber out in public, you guys have been super nice, so I really do appreciate that. But almost any time I meet them, you can tell the person's a little bit nervous, and I immediately try to calm that and calm that down and go, hey, I'm just a regular guy, man. I'm just a regular dude. You just see me on the other side of the screen. I'm a regular guy, bro. Let's just talk like homies. And you can see them kind of like calm down, and we just have a chit chat, and we just chop it up like we're boys, like we've known each other. So it's really cool. I don't know why I got off on that tangent, but yeah, I did.
Comments. Does it? To all the men excited about these robots.
Wait, okay, let's go back. There's a comment. Some of these
excited
comments
about these robots. Bitch, you can't afford it. You don't even want to take a real comments.
Watch the original video from the all-male excitement. Okay, does it have a drain plug? We really only have one question. We're almost there, man. I can see the bangers designing got the memo. Oh my God, here we go.
Does it? To all the men excited about these robots, bitch, you can't afford it. You don't even want to take a real person out on a date to Chili's because it's too expensive.
Yeah, because you're not worth Chili's. You're a walking date at best.
These robots cost $175,000 for the one that stands.
No. There's a lot cheaper ones. You can get one for about $3 now.
$150,000 for the one that sits. Regular annual maintenance will cost you about 20% of the purchase price, which is about $35,000 every year on top of the purchase. And any breakage that...
Wait a minute. How do you know so much about this? You got an anime wall behind you. You got one of these? How do you know it's 20% a year of maintenance cost yearly? How do you know that? Come on.
May occur because you got too violent, you can't afford to repair. Okay? This affects your wallet directly.
Why is it all these women think we're all extremely violent? Like chat, I've been in one fight and it was in high school. I'm not a violent guy. Do I give off the vibe of a violent guy? I'm not. And I'd almost bet you most of the guys that watch the channel, you're not violent. Like, let me know right now in the comments. Are a lot of you guys violent? I feel like a lot of guys aren't violent. If a lot of guys were violent, the world would not be a happy place. Dudes would be throwing hands all the time. The only time you see people that are violent is like at stadium games or the Phillies Karen or, you know, football games and stuff like that. That's when people get violent because they get alcohol in their system, or the club scene. They get, you know, it's usually mixed with alcohol. That's when people get violent. Dudes don't just walk around typically and just start slapping people. You know how many times I've been walking around and just been slapped in the face randomly? It's never happened.
How about no?
Not once. I've never just seen another guy walk up to me and just slap the taste out of my mouth. It's never happened. And I've also never done that to another man. I'd almost biggity bet you that most of you guys out there are not violent. Just let me know in the comments. Put a 1 in the chat if you're not a violent person. Even people that know how to be violent and know jujitsu, you know, boxing, or, you know, some sort of martial art, Muay Thai, most of them avoid conflict at all costs. Joe Rogan talks about this. He's like, I know jujitsu, I know how to fight, but if somebody's trying to fight me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run away. I'm going to avoid the fight. The last thing you want to do is get into a fight. That's a last resort, is getting into the fight. Like, I don't want to fight anybody. What are you talking about? Now, if something goes off the rails and crazy and you have to defend your family, I understand that. But that is such a one-off, and the exception never makes the rule.
You can't afford it. Listen to what I'm saying. If you can't afford to take a woman out to anything but McDonald's, you can't afford one of these dolls, and you certainly can't afford to be rough with it. Oh, and by the way, the batteries only last for about 4 hours. I know you only need 30 seconds, but that's all you're getting out of her.
I mean, 15 seconds for me, but who's counting? You know what I mean? I only need about 15 seconds, honey. But what do you guys think about this stuff? Do you think you guys are going to go out and buy one? You know, I feel like some guys would actually buy one, and that, dude, I'm all game for that. I'm cool for that. If you want to go do that, different strokes for different folks, brother. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if you want to go do that. So let's switch gears. Let's get off into the Twitter. I think this is the Savannah Bananas. Yeah, I think this is what this is. They mocked the Phillies Karen. I thought this was a funny clip. She dropped the ball. He's going for it. I don't want to. The music was annoying, so. Here we go. Here we go. You give it to him. He put his arms around him. He's like, you know I love you, buddy. He's like, hey, that's mine, the Grinch. That's so good. Oh, my God. Oh, I love it. I love it. Bro, this whole Savannah Bananas League really cracks me up, dude. I was like, wow, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. So there's this clip going around right now. A guy offers somebody $200K cash to quit their job. Your job? Like, I don't know. Would you guys quit your job for 200 grand, chat?
Would you quit your job right now for 200 grand in cash?
No.
I'm serious.
I wouldn't.
Why?
Because that's not going to last me for the rest of my life.
Baby girl, you're not even going to make that a DQ for the rest of your life. 200 grand?
Because he's an older man. Would you quit for 200 grand?
200,000 cash.
I know.
That's real money. It's 100% real, right out of the bank, bro.
500,000 I'd go.
Bro.
Bro, beggars can't be choosy. This dude's asking for 500,000. This dude's giving you 200 grand.
Guys, the bank only let me take out 200. They're saying 400,000. Man, y'all are expensive. Dairy Queen must pay nice, huh? You can just get a new job down the street. I'm not saying you have to be unemployed.
You are correct.
So?
That's what I'm saying. You work at Dairy Queen. You act like the job market's not wide open. You could go work at BK. You know, you could have it your way over there.
Oh, man, you sure?
I'm positive. Come back with 4, I'll work with you.
Come back with 400,000? I'm at a
Unreal.
loss of words. If you guys are down to quit, I'm dead serious. Comment below, like.
200 grand. Chat, would you quit your job for 200 grand? I would have quit my job for 200 grand. Yeah, dude, if I was the corporate job I was working, I would have quit for 200 grand because that 200 grand would have allowed me to start a business. But one thing you got to realize, there's so many people out here that just want to work a job and they don't want to be a business owner. They don't want to own anything, and you know, different strokes for different folks. But for me, that 200 grand, I would have taken that. So there's a trend right now. I think this is, I don't know if this is new or old, but it's called free bleeding in the grass. You can free bleed in the grass or wherever.
I'm free bleeding in the grass right now, and it's occurred to me that a large collective of women are bleeding right now, and whatever this cycle is, whatever we're moving through our blood together feels like one of the most potent bleeds, and I sense more women are
It's giving like California vampire vibes, dude.
synced up now more than ever, so drop a rose if you're bleeding too, and a reminder that your blood is not an inconvenience. It's actually one of the most magical gifts in the entire world. Whatever you
It's the vocal fry for me.
experience before your bleed, in luteal, when you feel like you're moving through different emotions, different challenges, gets to come out through your blood. You get to die every month and be reborn through your blood. And the earth takes it, if you give it to her, and alchemizes it. So the sooner that you can give your blood back to the earth, the more alive that you become.
Yoink, Scooby. What in the actual dog water is that? Free bleeding? I'm sorry, that's just gross, bro. Free bleeding? What is that? I saw this clip of this guy. I think that stuff is so gross. Free bleeding. I saw this clip of this guy. He bails people out of jail, and he's like, he bails out baddies. That's what he does. He's like, I bailed out the baddest inmate in Philadelphia.
We just bailed you out. You bailed me out. No, we just go around. We have a YouTube channel. We just go around the city just bailing out the prettiest girls in the jail. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Unfortunately, you was the prettiest girl in the jail, so.
Thank you. I'm flattered.
You flattered?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have a lot of options anyway, so you was the best of what we had, so we had to work with it. Let's cross the street. What you was in there for?
Some dumb shit. I don't even fucking know.
Explain to me. What you mean dumb shit? Explain. Elaborate. Oh my gosh, hold on. They on our ass. Fuck. Hold on. What's going on?
You know, they don't want to call a cop.
No, we're not doing nothing. We just bailed her out.
Once you start putting a camera up there, that's against the law.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
I feel you.
No, it's not.
We've been waiting for you for like 4 hours. They've been on our ass the whole time. Anyways, what were you in there for?
I was in there for, I guess you call it domestic fighting.
Domestic violence? On who?
My nigga.
Your nigga? What do you mean you was beating him up? What happened?
He made me mad, so I had to do what I had to do.
Well, firstly, why do you have a full face of makeup on? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Cause I've been there overnight.
You got the same last night?
Yeah.
So what exactly happened? Run down. You just woke up and decided to beat up your boyfriend. What happened?
He caught me cheating.
And he put his hands on you?
Yes. And
He caught me cheating. He put his hands on you, so you beat him up. Wow.
I defended myself, but unfortunately, I was the more aggressive one. So.
Who wanted to fight though? Like
that's why I'm in jail.
Yikes, bro. And this is why I talk about that study from the 10 Men, bro. Like, domestic violence is not gendered, bro. It is not gendered. This stuff happens both ways, man. Both ways. I saw this clip and I thought, wow, this clip is pretty solid. I like this clip right here.
If you say I want a man that make $100,000, you eliminated 85% of all men.
Facts.
85%, that leaves you 15%. Half of that 15% is married. 7.5%. Half of them gay. Or live an alternative lifestyle. Take that down to 3.5%, 4% that you got to choose from. Then you want him over 6 feet, 2%. He can't be obese, 1%. You don't like Sagittarius, Leos, or Cancers. Well, now you at 0.5% of a man that you got to look for. You got to find him, and then he got to like you back. That type of man that makes that type of money has requirements for a woman too that now you have to meet. This is why so many women are struggling that make money when they step out here into the dating.
Facts, dude. I was like, that well put. But this is why I say that women become prisoners of their own success. As women gain accolades, their career gets better, they make more money. That's the new bare minimum. If a woman's making 100 grand, she's like, well, I won't date a guy that makes less than 100 grand. That's where she's at. She's like, it's got to be 100 grand or more. For men, we're not like that. Men will date down. That's because I say men are the true romantics. Women are shallow. Women are only going to date where they're at or above, where men will date a chick on fries at McDonald's and we don't care. We'll date a chick on the Chipotle line putting in the chicken in the burrito. We don't care. Men are the true romantics. That's why any girl that says like, oh, my ex was trash, but at that time you thought he was better than you. And newsflash, baby girl, he still hit. He still busted the cheeks, so don't get mad at him. You let him in. Women control access to sex, men control access to relationships. You let him beat, so you thought he was better than you at one point. I'm just saying, and most of the time in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I believe that most of the time women only sleep with men because they see them as a potential boyfriend, but men will sleep with women just to get a chance to sleep with a chick. Men sleep with who they can, women sleep with who they, men sleep with who they can, women sleep with who they want. It's just a much different game. That's why body count matters so much differently from women to men, because it's so much harder for a dude to get coitus than a woman. I'll leave you guys with that. Loki, ain't that right, buddy? But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.